Hello friends, welcome to my channel. As you all know, my name is Prajit Sahu, and today's in this video we are going to talk or discuss on the topic law of conservation of energy that is in science. So let's start with our topic. Before starting with our topic, we should know that what is energy and what is the conservation of energy. So energy, what the definition of energy is energy can neither be created nor destroyed. It can be converted from one form into another. Thus, the total amount of energy in the universe remains constant. The examples we can see in this picture. In this picture, we can see that the chemical energy and the form of fuel is converted into mechanical energy when the fuel is when the fuel we put inside the car. And in the second point, we can see that how the potential energy is converted into kinetic energy. Potential means stored energy. The kinetic means the energy in motion. Correct? So that was the definition of energy. Now, what is the conservation of energy? Conservation of energy is the principle of physics according to which the energy of interacting bodies or particles in a closed system remains constant. The first kind of energy to be recognized was kinetic energy or the energy of motion. Examples of energy, when we take the examples of energy, the first point that we see is the electromagnetic energy. That is, we can see that from the sun, the sunlight, that is the sunlight is converted to electrical energy, that is the electricity using the solar panels. And the second one that we see, in a toy batteries convert chemical energy into electromagnetic energy, that is the sound. Okay, now we are going to see why it is important to conserve energy. Saving energy is most because energy use affects the environment and everyone in it. When you conserve energy, you also save on the cost of living replenished, such as water, wind, and solar. Non-renewable. Now, what is the meaning of renewable and non-renewable? Renewable energy means that energy that can be converted again and again and can be used, that can be replaced. And non-renewable means the energy that cannot be converted. Now, in non-renewable sources, on the other hand, like gas, coal, and oil, cannot be replaced. Correct. This energy cannot be replaced. This energy cannot be used again and again. Now, we are going to see the founder of the law of conservation of energy. Actually, the first founder of this energy was Julius von Mayer. He was a German physicist. Robert Mayer was a great in mathematical knowledge, and in the course of his service as a doctor abroad a Dutch ship, he discovered the law of conservation of energy by a southern institution. Since he was not taken seriously at that time, his achievements were were overlooked and credit was given to James Joule. Maker Mayer also most committed suicide when he discovered his facts. However, owing Maker's lack of advanced training in physics, it contained fundamental mistakes was not published. This law is now called the law of conservation of energy. Now, there are three laws of conservation of energy. The first one is the linear momentum, the second is angular momentum, and the third one is electric charge. So let's see the first one, that is the linear momentum. The conservation of linear momentum. Before starting this, we are going to look at what is linear momentum. Linear momentum is defined as the product of system's mass multiplied by its velocity. The unit of linear momentum is kg meter per second. The letter P is applied to express it and used as momentum for short. Now we are going to see the law of conservation. What is law of conservation of linear momentum? Linear momentum. The law of conservation of linear momentum states that unless an external force is applied, the two or more objects acting upon each other in an isolated system, the total momentum of the system remains constant. Yes, it is very simple one, and is like the Newton's first law. Now over here, you are seeing that 1m is going from u1 over here, and m2 is going from u2. It was before collision. At the time of collision, you can see, and the after collision, m1 is going to v1 and m2 is going to v2. Now, what is conservation of linear? What is conservation of angular momentum? Before starting that, we are going to see what is angular momentum. Angular momentum is a measure of rotational momentum of a rotating body or system that is equal to angular velocity of a body or system and its moment of inertia with respect to the rotation axis. In symbols, angular momentum is expressed as L is equals to IW. Angular momentum is a vector velocity. Now, this was what is angular momentum. Now, what is law of conservation of momentum? This law states that when no external torque acts on an object, no change of angular momentum will occur. This all means this all law of conservation of energy are very simple. You don't means it is not like it is very big and it is very hard. If you don't pay attention and only doing ratta maring, then this will be hard for you. If you pay attention, then it will be good. I think you understand. So we are going to see an example. An ice skater is spinning on a top of her skate with her arms extended. Her angular momentum is conserved because her net torque is negligible. is negligible small. In the next image, her rate of spin. You see in this image when I'm speaking, okay? Her rate of spin increased greatly when she pulls in her arms, decreasing her momentum of inertia. The work she does to pull at her arms increases rotational kinetic energy. So, the third and last law of conservation of energy is the law of conservation of electric charge. Before that, we will see that was it what is electric charge. Electric charge is the basic physical property of a matter that causes it to experience a force kept in an electric or magnetic field. This was the electric charge, and now conservation. Conservation of charge is the principle that the total electric energy in an isolated system never changes. The net quantity of electric charge, the net quantity of electric charge, the amount of positive charge minus the amount of negative charge of in the in the universe. It is always conserved. It means that it simply means that the electric charge can neither be created or neither be destroyed. The net quantity of the electric charge, the amount of positive charge minus the negative charge. To find the amount of charge, we have to minus the amount of positive charge minus the amount of negative charge. Now, for example, over here, when a plastic ruler is rubbed with a cloth, it becomes negatively charged and the cloth becomes positively charged by an equal amount. And when we this was the conservation of electric charge. So that's it for today, and thank you for watching my video. Keep joined with us by subscribing our channel. If the video is good, it is benefited to you, then please like and share the video. Thank you. Bye bye.